Hi there, gorgeous! It is 3 a.m. here, so I'm trying to be quiet so I don't wake everybody up. I am getting ready to go pick up my dad today, which I'm so excited about. And I thought, you know, this is going to be such a long day for me. This is where my mind goes. Why don't I test out a foundation and a long-wearing concealer as part of this really long day today and see how they wear? So I went ahead and picked up the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. This is the new one. This is the mattifying one because they also make a hydrating one for those who have dry skin. So this one is made for those of us with oily skin. And the shade that I picked up is Fair Light Neutral. I'll also be testing out the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-hour waterproof concealer. And the shade that I picked up here is Light. 24 hours. We're really gonna get to test that out today. I also picked up this new foundation paddle brush from Tarte. They are selling this individually from the foundation, but it's right there in the foundation display. And for the foundation, it has a similar applicator to the concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, that big doe foot applicator. Not using a primer, I'm going to go ahead and apply this on one half of my face and get it going over here. Taking that paddle brush, moving it in circular motions to blend it into the skin. And for the concealer today, I'm gonna use a sponge like I normally would to blend that in because the brush is just a little bit too big to fit underneath my eyes. I'm not liking this. Now I know you're gonna be able to see this. There were so many people who said they couldn't see the creasing of the Makeup Revolution concealer, which I saw it very clearly, but anyway, I know you can see that. That's from this brush. Not blending in this product very well. Can you see it? You see it? You need me to come closer? Look, look. I don't think I'm gonna use this brush. Honestly, what I think I'm gonna do is take what I've applied off and just go with my regular sponge. Take number 2, war paint. My dad used to call it that. One of my favorite memories of him when I first started using makeup as a teenager. Putting your war paint on, yeah, yeah. I'm using a sponge from Morphe. Gotta stay quiet, gotta stay quiet. I don't care for many of Morphe's products, but this black sponge is a pretty good one. I didn't get a chance to comment on the foundation in the first application, but it's rather yellow toned, and you can see on my skin how yellow toned it really is because I have more pink undertones, so I typically go with foundations that have a pinkier base, and yellow toned foundations typically don't look that great on me, as is this case right here, but I'm gonna wear it today regardless. Oh gosh, that's bad too. I mean, oh, that's bad. It looks so much darker here than it did in the store. It did not look this dark on my face, and the woman who I initially talked to about it said that it does oxidize, so this is going to be interesting. I feel like I'm having to blend it down my neck a lot more so than I would normally. It's so bad. I'm really gonna blend it down my neck too because my face is a whole other color from my neck. Next up, we're gonna try the Smashbox Concealer. I can't get past this face. All right. And I'm going to apply a very small amount because usually with these waterproof concealers, you don't need much. And I'm going to blend that under the eyes. And once again, we have a yellow concealer here, which is not bad for my purple under eye circles, but I do like something a little warmer usually than something like this. I'm hoping the foundation shade will adjust at some point. Maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part, but what I am going to do is use a powder that is a little lighter, hopefully to lighten that up a little bit. And this is one from Lancome. Normally, if I were going to use a foundation like this, I would mix it with a lightening drop product of some kind. But I don't want to mess with the formula since we're testing formula today. It helped lighten it a little bit, but I still don't feel like it's a true color match between my face and my neck here. So a little disappointed to see that. Like I said, long day ahead of me. I'm leaving at 4 a.m., catching a plane. After that, I'm renting a car once I get to Atlanta, driving the 2 hours between Atlanta and Athens to pick up my dad. Gonna get him discharged, which hopefully won't take too long. Going to his house, picking up some of his belongings so he has some stuff. And then we are taking the 8-hour drive back because Dad doesn't like to fly and yeah, let's not even go there. So that's why we're driving. But anyway, like I said, long day. I'll do some check-ins with you throughout the day. We'll see. Gave me a hot rod. Look at that. Haha, this is crazy. They were sold out of everything. And I did not want to put Dad through an SUV, you know, too high for him to get in and out of, but woohoo. It's a red Mustang. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to drive slow, make sure I don't get a ticket because I can see myself enjoying this a little too much. So stopping here at Chick-fil-A before I head over to pick up Dad. I have about a 2-hour drive over to Athens from here in Atlanta. So I'll figure I'll stop and get something to munch on. My favorite thing from the Chick-fil-A is the chicken, egg, and cheese bagel. You have to make sure you say chicken, egg, and cheese bagel. Because I've come through here before and I've said, oh, I want the chicken bagel. They literally give you chicken on a bagel. Guys, I wanted the whole shebang. Check in for you here. It has been, what time is it right now? It's like 12:30 in the afternoon. I put the face on at 4 a.m. So, looking pretty good actually. It's a little shiny right here, but it's not bad. And it's a really humid and sticky day today too, so it's not really helping in terms of keeping the face matte. So to see it looking like this, it's not bad. Not bad. Look who we picked up.
No, not another one.
He escaped.
Yeah.
You ever tell me how much you escaped today? Freebird!
You can see him coming behind.
You're doing so much better.
Good.
And Dad is so excited to come down to Florida. Yes? And foundation is holding up well today. I didn't tell you I'm testing a foundation today. That's why we're filming.
Oh.
So we're seeing how long this lasts. And right now we are at the 12-hour mark.
Holy cow, look at that face.
It actually still
Have you ever seen a 12-hour face better than that?
It actually, let's see. Yeah, it's only shiny right here, but looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that face.
Thank you.
Shall we keep it a couple of days longer?
Sure. All right, we have to go back to Florida. We're on our way. We have, what, 5 more hours, and we're home.
Only 5 hours
Only 5.
to Florida?
Only 5.
Holy cow.
Okay.
How can you beat that?
Finally home. Finally home. Well, at least we're trying. We checked the car in at Avis, but there's nobody here to check the rental car in, so we are waiting for them to do their jobs. But we made it. All right, let's first talk about that foundation and concealer, and then I'll give you an update on my dad because I know I missed a couple videos last week and there is a reason why, but foundation and concealer first. After wearing both of these products for, how long was that day? 20 hours. Yeah, 4 a.m. until 12 a.m. when I filmed this check-in for you. Whew. you. The foundation actually looked surprisingly very good. It did get shiny around my nose like I had mentioned during one of the check-ins earlier in the day, and it still was a little shiny around that area at the end of the day. But you know what? All in all, if you look across my face, it didn't move. It didn't budge, which was really nice to see. Now in terms of color match, not so thrilled with that, and I don't like that it was a yellow-based foundation either. So for me personally, I won't be using this foundation in the future from the standpoint of it not being a color match and the yellow base that it has. But the formula of the foundation was really good, and I was impressed with the longevity of that, especially if you have oily skin. So something to consider. The concealer, that is a whole other story. This is what my under eye area looked like at the end of 20 hours. Now keep in mind, this concealer does market itself as being a 24-hour concealer. So the fact that I was 4 hours shy of that in this up-close wear test really proves that it did not wear for 24 hours. It creased and cracked and looked horrible underneath my eyes at the end of the night. So I just want to let you know, I am not being hard on this concealer. It is marketed as being a 24-hour concealer, but it did not hold up. And this is not one that I would feel comfortable using again in the future. And after about 5 hours with the Smashbox concealer, it wasn't looking too good under my eyes, even at that point. Just goes to show you that sometimes high-end products are not all that they are cracked up to be. So I'm filming this video in real time. The day that you're watching it is the day that I filmed it, which is not usually the case. I tend to film in advance, which is why I'm telling you that now. So we picked up Dad last week, and he's been staying with us ever since while we get his living arrangements all situated at the assisted living facility that he will be living at down the street. So this morning I went to wake him up for breakfast, and his speech was slurred. He couldn't lift his left arm. He was having trouble getting out of bed. And I asked him to stick out his tongue, and when he did, instead of it going straight, it went sideways. And I remember reading a pamphlet a while back on stroke symptoms, and I had recalled all of these symptoms lining up as being a stroke. So I immediately called 911 this morning. Paramedics came, they whisked him off, took him up to Tampa General Hospital, which is one of the best hospitals in the country, thank goodness. And they did confirm that he had a mini stroke, a TIA. So it wasn't a full-blown stroke, thank God, but they're monitoring him right now. He's there. I'm gonna go visit him tonight, check on him. They're keeping him for a few days for observation. He was supposed to move into his new home this week. Of course, that's been put off now, but he's in good hands. Just wanted to give you an update. That's what's been going on. It's been really difficult for me taking care of Jet and my dad at the same time. That's really been challenging. So until I'm able to get him into an assisted living facility where he can be taken care of there by professionals, videos are going to be a little hit and miss here because it's so demanding on me. So this is the first I've been able to sit down and record since I've been home, and I appreciate all of you understanding. I am planning on doing Money Saving March. For the whole month of March will be all drugstore videos, so that will be coming up here very soon, and I will try to get out as many as possible. At any rate, I hope that you found this video entertaining and different for a change of pace. I wanted to do something more like a day in the life kind of wear test, and so I may do more like this in the future. Let me know your thoughts on this style and what you thought about it. And if you have tried out this foundation or concealer, please feel free to share your thoughts on it below as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I wish you a wonderful week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.